Febby thinks Tony may still be in town, so he quietly walks out of his trailer with his gun to assess the situation. It's quiet. All you can hear are some birds and then a rustling. Turns out it's just a deer. But then, all of a sudden...
Get out of my life.
After Tony confronts Dr. Melfi at a diner to try and get her to take him back as a patient, Dr. Melfi tells Tony to get out of her life, and then he silently walks away. When he walks into the Soprano home, Carmela's surprised to see him home so early, and she warms up some leftover cold pasta for him, a routine she could probably do blindfolded, walking backwards, and we go through the motions of her bringing it to him at the table, utensils and all, followed by her sitting and quietly shuffling through the mail. Part of Carmela's daily normal, though I think we can see she's not exactly thrilled with that daily normal, but it seems that she accepts that that's what she's got.
France, 1944. General George Patton leads his Third Army into battle.
When Paulie calls him and tells him that the eyewitness, flag-saluting motherfucker didn't see what he thought he saw, he's speechless. And we can see how he slowly but surely takes it all in and processes this information. Quite a close call.
Sleep well, my friend.
Major strategy is the attack. The more Germans we kill, the fewer of our own men will be killed, he says. Patton's hatred for the enemy is matched only by his fierce concern for his men.
This is the Carmela, don't make me make you an accessory after the fact moment. It's not completely silent, as we know Carmela starts asking questions, but soon enough, she realizes why silence is the better option for the both of them.
Where?
Carmela, after 18 years of marriage, don't make me make you an accessory after the fact.
An accessory after the... Holy shit.
Stop asking.
In the scene in Funhouse, they're finally approaching Puss face to face, confronting him with the wire. Really, there's only so much to say. What can Puss really say? Even though it's very quiet, it's like you can hear the screams of rage, heartbreak, betrayal, regret. Season 3, Episode 4, Employee of the Month. It's not a very long silence, but it sure feels like it is. Is Dr. Melfi going to tell Tony about the horrific thing she'd suffered?
What? I mean, you want to say something?
No.
At the end of university, Tony, Sil, and Paulie walk out to find Tracy laying dead on the ground, severely beaten. There really are no words to adequately describe what exactly goes through Tony's head, but as we know from later on, he thinks of his own daughter, who's around the same age, and knows that somewhere out there, this is someone else's Meadow, who's now lying there like that.
It's me.
After an unsuccessful sit-down where Johnny Sack refuses to settle for anything less than the green light to whack Ralph, Carmine Sr. sees a big liability. Someone should do something about that. What kind of something? Huh? I didn't say nothing. I appreciate your thoughts, though.
Yeah, then somebody should do something about it.
I appreciate your thoughts.
You saying what I think you're saying?
I didn't say nothing. All right, then I'll talk to you.
At least you stop thrashing. That's where the danger is. The intestines get twisted and you have to cut. And they're finished as races then.
At the end of the episode, when Tony first meets Pyomai, Ralph's not picking up the phone and Lois needs Tony to go over to the stables to pay the vet to take care of Pyomai because she has an injury. The doctor gives her a shot and Tony decides to sit with her as she lays in the stables. And it's one of the rare moments he can really exhale and let his guard down.
It's okay. Okay. It's okay, I know.
Season 4, Episode 8. This is the episode in which Carmela takes money from the bird feeder after finding evidence that Tony's sleeping around via Valentina's fingernail. She leaves it on his nightstand for him in the morning, and Tony's pretty sure that it's Carmela who took the money, but he's not going to say anything to her right after seeing that nail that he knows Carmela put there. They both know that the other knows that something's up, but Carmela decides that here, she can get her point across much stronger with silence.
It'll only take a minute. You sure, Tony? There's not something you want to talk about?
No. Like what?
We're at the end of the strong silent type, speaking of silence, and we get a look at the strong silent type with Furio and Tony. Except when Tony first walks in, he calls out Carmela's name because he's used to having her prepare dinner for him and take care of things for him at home. Furio, on the other hand, does the cooking himself, and he's likely thinking of Carmela as he sits and eats his dinner, while Tony, over at the Soprano home, eats the dinner Carmela had cooked for him.
Carmela! Come!
Whatever happened to Gary Cooper? The strong, silent type.
I was just telling everybody, it's probably better if I don't live here anymore.
Earlier on in Whitecaps, we have the fight of all fights between Tony and Carmela after Irina calls the house. Now we're toward the end of the episode, and Tony tells Meadow and AJ that he's moving out. There's no argument about it, just mostly sadness and silence. And one particularly impactful moment is when Meadow goes and sits down in bed, processing everything, reflecting on times she feels she'd taken for granted in the past where everyone was under the same roof, but she was complaining about food. It's another loud silence, sort of like the one on the boat with Puss, where even though there's hardly any dialogue, the hurt, the regret, and the pain is deafeningly loud. Soon after Adriana tells Christopher about the FBI, he goes out to get cigarettes, and while in the parking lot of the gas station, he sees a couple with their small children come out, and he just stares. No commentary or side remarks on his part, just watching in silence.
Does he know that he's dying?
We don't know.
Something else that happens that I find visually interesting or symbolic is right after we have this scene with Christopher quietly holding Carmela and then quietly resting and holding Meadow's hand, we go into the hallway and it's still quiet, and we see Vito walk out, and we can only really see what looks like a shadow of him because he's all dark. And to me, it symbolizes the shadiness and secrets and how in the dark Vito is right now with everyone. But his life won't be kept in the dark, and his secrets won't stay quiet for too long. If there was ever going to be a real standoff between Tony and Christopher, we'd probably expect to hear gunshots and screaming, like when Christopher showed up to the Bing in Irregular Around the Margins, and other moments where he thought it was Scarface time. When Tony actually kills him, we don't hear the gunshots or the struggle. It's mostly just silence. The penultimate episode, Tony arrives at the safe house where the other guys are. It seems most of them are happy to have the company of each other, but Tony just wants to get upstairs and be alone. Just himself and his gun, the gift from Bobby Bacalieri, who was recently killed.
You probably don't even hear it when it happens, right?
There's your friend in there, on the wall.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. What are some silent or near silent moments that you felt were most impactful? I'd love to hear from you.